Hello and good morning everyone. Today I am Harsh Thakur and my roll number is 4731. Being the leader of this group, presenting you this video through which me and my teammates will try to explain you the Johnson basketball test batteries and the Knox basketball test batteries. Here are the introduction of the rest of my teammates.
Hello everyone, my name is Sagar Verma. My roll number is 4737.
Hello everyone, my name is Ajnesh and my roll number is 4735.
Hello everyone, my name is Tarun Kumar. My roll number is 4724.
Hello everyone, my name is Prabjot Kaur. My roll number is 4707.
Good morning. My name is Jas Pandori and my roll number is 4718/18.
Hello, my name is Ramanpreet Singh and my roll number is 4725. And now here we begin with our test batteries.
Johnson's basketball test. So, beginning with our introductory part about Johnson's basketball test, Johnson's basketball test battery is probably the oldest and the most commonly used test. It was constructed in 1934 by L. William Johnson during his research works for masters. Johnson experimented with 19 basketball test items, checking each test for validity and reliability. Two batteries for test were finally proposed to measure basketball ability. Then he proposed these batteries for his school boys to measure basketball abilities. This test is a battery for 7 test items, which includes 3 items of basic skill, namely field goal speed test, basketball throw for accuracy, basketball dribble test, and 4 items of potential ability test, namely footwork test, jump and reach test, dogging run test, lower revision of the brace test. Examiners usually execute the basic skill test to evaluate the testers. To obtain the final scores, the 3 obtained scores would be added. The total score ranges 16 to 68 with the median at 42. Now we are proceed towards the demonstration of the basic skill test used in basketball.
Starting with the first test, which is the Johnson field goal speed test. The purpose of this test is to examine the goal shooting ability during stress time. For this test, we require certain equipments like basketball, stopwatch, basketball ring, whistle, and a score sheet. In this test, the subject assumes any convenient position near the basket. At the go signal, he or she begins to make shots as rapidly as possible for a period of 30 seconds. Therefore, 1 point for each basket would be awarded. Here we goes with the Johnson field goal speed test.
So, beginning with the next test, the purpose of this test is to examine the accuracy in throwing. To execute this test, we required a wall, marble dust, stopwatch, score sheet, whistle, and a basketball. In this test, the examinee stands behind the 40 feet restraining line in front of the target. The tester stands 5 to 10 feet inside the 40 feet line on the right side of the examinee, and the recorder stands on the right side of the target about 5 to 7 feet away from the target, wall toward the tester. Now, to understand the scoring for this test, we have to firstly understand the concept of the target board. There can be two ways: either the target can be hung on the wall or it can be drawn. Now, as you can see, the rectangular board is made up of 3 rectangular boxes, that is 60 by 40 inches, which is the outermost rectangle, then 40 by 25 inches, which appears to be in the center, and 20 by 10 inches, which is the innermost rectangle. Now scoring. If we hit the white region, which is the bullseye, then we get 3 points for that. Similarly, if we hit the blue region, then we get 2 points for that. And if we hit the black region, which is the outermost region, then we get 1 point for that. While performing this test, the examinee can either use hook or overhead throw.
Stepping ahead to our next test, which is dribble test. The purpose of this test is to examine the dribbling ability against stress time. To execute this test, we require a basketball, cones, whistle, stopwatch, and a score sheet. In this test, the examinee is required to cover a maximum distance while dribbling around the obstacles in 30 seconds. 4 obstacles are arranged in a straight line at 6 feet apart. The first obstacle is 14 feet away from the starting line, which is 6 feet wide. The subject is asked to begin dribbling from one end of the starting line and is required to dribble for 30 seconds in a zigzag manner around the turning at each obstacle point, approaching the first obstacle on the opposite side of the starting point and by turning around at the fourth obstacles. After completing the course, the examiner awards scores to the examinee on the basis of total number of hurdles cleared in 30 seconds. In short, the examinee gets 1 point on crossing each obstacle. Here we goes with the dribble test.
Knox basketball test. Measurement of skill required scientifically constructed tests which are valid, reliable, objective, and practical. When a single test or battery claims to measure a complicated skill such as playing ability, the validity needs to be proven and evidence shown that the test or tests given evaluates the student as does some other acceptable creation of the skill in question. In basketball, there are two types of tests to measure the basketball skill of an individual. First is Knox test and second one is Johnson test. Firstly, I will discuss about Knox test. This test was constructed by Robert T. Knox as a test battery for basketball in 1947 at Oregon University in USA. Knox constructed this test on 10 basketball players and compared the score with 3 different categories being non-playing members, substitutes, playing members of B grade high school level or junior Oregon State. The purpose of this test is to measure basketball playing ability. The Knox test battery consists of 4 items which are speed dribble test, speed pass test, dribble shoot test and panic up test. These all 4 concentrate on measurement of different skills of an individual like speed, dribble, shooting, etc. Now we are proceed towards the demonstration of the basic skills test used in basketball.
Speed dribble test. So beginning with this speed dribble test, the purpose of this test is to examine the ball handling ability while dribbling. For executing the test, we require a basketball, 4 hurdles, whistle, stopwatch, score sheet and a pen. In this test, the student has to stand behind the starting line with the basketball. With the signal go, subject pick the ball and start dribbling down back and throw 4 hurdles in zigzag movement. In case the subject loses the control over the ball while dribbling, then he picks the ball and starts dribbling again from the same point where he loses the control over the ball. The time is only stopped when the subject reaches back to the starting line. Scoring is the major part in the test. So in this test, the examiner starts the stopwatch when he gives go command to the subject and stop when the subject reaches back to the starting line. The examiner records the total number of time taken by the subject to cover the whole course from start to finish and evaluates student accordingly. Here we goes with the speed dribble test. Moving towards our next test, which is speed pass test. The purpose of this test is to examine the speed of the ball while passing. Therefore, to execute this test, we require a basketball, score sheet, stopwatch, a pen and a wall. In this test, a line is marked 5 feet away from the wall. Subject stands behind the line with the ball in his hand. With go command, he starts hitting the ball against the wall and take rebound also. This process of hitting and rebounding the ball continues until the ball hits the wall 15 times. The test is performed by using chest pass. Subject needs to do this test as rapid as he can.
It's time for the third test, which is dribble shoot test. The purpose of this test is to examine the dribble and the shooting ability. Therefore, to execute this test, we require a basketball, cones, stopwatch, score sheet, pen, whistle and a basketball ring. In this test, the individual will stand behind the starting line, which is marked at a distance of 65 feet from the ring. With command go, the individual start dribbling through the hurdles placed in a straight line towards the ring. The individual takes the shot after reaching near the basket. If he fails to attempt the basket in the first time, he continues shooting until he gets successful. After a shot, he will take the rebound and follow the opposite path through the line of the hurdle for reaching the point where he started. Scoring. The examiner starts the stopwatch when he gives the go command to the subject, and he will stop the stopwatch when the subject reaches back to the starting line. The score is the number of seconds taken to complete the test. Moving to our last test, which is the penny cup test. The purpose of this test is to examine the reaction time. Therefore, to execute this test, we need a coin, red cone, green cone, blue cone, stopwatch, pen and a paper. In this test, subject stands on the starting line with his back to the cups and penny in one hand. At signal go, he'll start backward running until the signal line. As he crosses the signal line, he will be directed by the examiner to drop the penny in a particular cup, red, green or blue. This testing procedure will be repeated 4 times. Scoring. The time taken between the signal and the round of penny striking the cup inside is measured with the help of the stopwatch. As subject repeats the procedure 4 times, the total time for each of the trial constitutes the final score. Green. Red. Green. Blue. Conclusion. The basketball test is categorized into 2 tests. First, Johnson basketball test, and second, Knox basketball test. Each test is further categorized into 3 and 4 batteries respectively. In Johnson test, we encounter field goal speed test, basketball throw for accuracy, basketball dribble test, whereas in Knox test, we encounter speed dribble test, speed pass test, dribble shoot test, and penny cup test. In each test, we require a basketball, stopwatch, whistle, and a score sheet. Every battery has a specific purpose, but the overall purpose of these tests is to check the basketball playing ability of an individual. After each test, the examiner provides scores to the examinee. Therefore, accordingly, the examinee would be evaluated.